Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. Like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2018 Career Mode, episode 54. Quick announcement. If you're, like myself, looking for Pro Cycling Manager 2019, looking forward to that release and coming very soon. It's been pushed back a couple of weeks. They were very quiet. There was no big announcement or anything about release. Steam was showing that it was coming out on the 20th of June. They've pushed it back exactly 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. Coming out on, well, not the most opportune time as an American, but the 4th of July, aka our Independence Day. So, apparently, my plans for that day very well could be changing at this point in time. Might very well be doing a very busy day of recording. But, it is what it is. Alright, on to this playthrough. I have 2 classics, 2 races coming up, and then on to that special time of year. Contract signing for next year, both sponsorship and riders. And at this point, I could spend virtually all of my money on just re-signing some of the riders I have now. So we very well could have the same team a year from now. Okay, first up, results, Tour de France. The first stage, 9-kilometer prologue. Erminal takes the win for Vital Concept. Geraint Thomas, second quickest. Are you kidding me? He is not a time trialist. Marcel Kittel, third fastest. Strange beginnings. He must be at tip-top form. The Grand Prix of Quebec. Yeah, it's not going to involve us. Second stage, Groenewegen takes the win. Sagan and Demar, second and third. Still, same 3 guys at the top. Apparently they had more than a 10-second advantage. Third stage, Magnus Cort Nielsen, Tony Galopin, and Geraint Thomas, top 3. That puts Thomas into the race lead, Cort Nielsen second, and Galopin up into third. Montreal race. Teams that get invited to that one, again, not my team. Tour de France, continuing on, stage 4, Degenkolb, Bosenhagen, Stuyven, Thomas, Galopin, and now Bosenhagen up into third place. Kittel, Ackerman, Gaviria, no change. And then Gaviria, Kittel, and... Wait, is that what I just saw? Yeah, that is 2 different stages. Jakobsen. It's Geraint Thomas, Tony Galopin, and Edvald Bosenhagen, the top 3 at the moment. We do have some riders back from injury, ready to go. And this is a time trial, 23-kilometer chrono, Kristen Armstrong. I have 6 riders selected. And let's see, barring the injury comebacks, Osorio. No, I'm going to leave Osorio home. I'm going to just take 6 guys to this one. I actually would have taken less because I really only have a couple time trialists that are strong enough. But we do have minimums to uphold. And guys want to get races in, so we'll take 6. Osorio, the best option for the 7th, is somebody I'd rather rest. While others need the races, he's getting enough action. Gouillard with just 2 kilometers left to go till the finish line. Comes around the last couple of corners here. And running out of energy just a little bit early. He's well off pace. He is a terrible time trialist, just a 59, but he needed the race days. And we're on to our last two riders. Garrison now heading out. Garrison's a 66 with a +2 to his time trial, so this could be a good time. Right now, Guyard sits in 62nd. Swerble just inside the top 30, 2 minutes down. Van Hemelen in the top 10 in 7th, a minute 02 behind. And Veldeman, one of the first riders to go, is on the same time as the leader, separated by just tenths of a second, with Veldeman in second place. And it was oh so close. He was 9 seconds down the first check, 8 down at the second check, and on virtually the same time at the finish line. And unfortunately for us, Veldeman was actually out there first. So Veldeman was the leader for a little while, and then lost it eventually. It's not flat. There are definitely some little climbs, and we're about to hit that section right now with Garrison, as Garrison is 7th place at the first checkpoint. Conchi's still not out there yet, and Conchi very well could compete for the win, or at least based on in comparison to Papirski, but other team leaders have yet to go as well, so there's no telling just how good they're going to be. Garrison looking good so far. He's still got some energy. He's not in a deficit. And actually looks like he can push harder, which this is like how Veldeman's ride was. My other riders have been just around a deficit at this point, while Garrison and Veldeman previously were looking good, looking stronger. Garrison, top 10, 6th place, just 34 seconds behind, and can push a little bit more here towards the finish. We'll go up to a 76 now with 2 kilometers. And back down to a 75. I don't want him to run out. So those last 2 corners. Now he can push through and attack it. He runs out just at the finish line of energy. 5th place, 39 seconds down. So into the top 5. Veldeman still 2nd. Van Hemelen in 8th. So that's 3 riders in the top 10. That is a lot of points we can earn. He's number 51, so there's only a handful of riders after Conchi to go. 71 with a +3. We're going to start at a 75 and push there. I'm going to go ×4, though. There you go. Like I said, times could get better, and they have. Bassett now into the lead at 30 minutes and 11 seconds. Conchi, we're trying to push a tempo I've not been able to push with the others at a 75, and so far it's paying off. 3 seconds off the top time. There we go. Cohen is faster than Bassett. Conchi is 3rd fastest. Now 4th fastest is Hansen. It's 5 seconds quicker. There's Papirski. Veldeman still in the top 10. Jordan Kirby up there as well now. And we're still doing good on the energy. We'll stay at a 75 for now. Coming up on the second checkpoint. Fernandez goes faster. Oliveira. Conchi on top at the second checkpoint. Again, though, he's still got other... Yeah, there you go. That didn't last long. Cohen, 1 second faster. 1 second. Conchi... ease off just a little. We need a little bit more for the finish. Now you push around that corner. Okay, he's on top at the moment. 2 seconds faster than Bassett, but I don't think it's going to hold. It doesn't. Cohen comes in 6 seconds ahead, but it could potentially be a podium. Hansen goes 4th fastest, so we beat him. Here's Jordan Kirby, 7th fastest. Fernandez, he stays top. And Oliveira, he's dropping off the pace a little bit. No, he keeps 3rd. Conchi just misses the podium. He gets 4th place. Veldeman stays in the top 10 in 8th. My other 2 top 10 guys are going to slide down, but all 4 of them finishing, top 15 maybe? So for not being a time trialist team, of course, not a lot of great time trialists here, but that's still a really good result for us with a 4th, an 8th, a 14th, and a 19th place finish. Guessing as a team, not quite. Jelly Belly takes best time overall, but we get second best behind Jelly Belly, and Jelly Belly does have good time trialists. I've done Pro Cyclist mode where I've been on the Jelly Belly team, and they do have some good time trialists. Again, sponsor confidence maxed out. We're good to go. We're getting at least a $12,000 budget increase, but we will look into signing a new sponsor this season. But we're going to move forward now to the final day of July. We'll see before or after the race when that sponsor offer comes. So it could be happening here with the next action, or we'll have the Prudential Ride London Surrey Classic. Continuing on with standings in the Tour de France, Marcel Kittel, Gaviria, Sagan in this sprint stage. And then Sagan, Kort Nielsen, and Thomas on this stage. That is not a sprint stage. From the look of the standings, that would be a punchy hill stage, and Sagan takes the win there. Thomas still hanging on to the lead. Climbing stage, Froome, Thomas, and Port, the top three. That moves Froome and Port into the top three overall, with Thomas still on top. Here we have Galopin, Pinot, and Thomas, the top three in that stage. Galopin back into the top three again. Michael Valgren, Tony Martin, and Mollema take this stage. Looks potentially like that was a breakaway group that hung on to win that one. We've got Groenewegen over Sagan and Demar on that sprint stage. Thomas, Port, and Froome top three for a second time. Groenewegen, Gaviria, and Sagan on that sprint stage. We have Froome winning this stage over Miguel Angel Lopez, and then Garrett Thomas at third. So Thomas very, very consistently around the top three. Seaspol back. This is just one day ago. On that same day, it's Garrett Thomas, Thibaut Pinot, and Chris Froome, the top three. Lopez moves into the top three in the standings overall behind Froome and Garrett Thomas on top, who's been at the top since the very, very beginning. And then we have Pierre Rolland taking the stage over Garrett Thomas and Chris Froome. Gotta be just about over. And we're also now just a handful of days away from the big day, the big time, most important point in the year. We'll wait for these next couple days to play out. There should only be a stage or two left in the tour now. We'll go into the results page and look at the standings that way. It would be convenient if the stages were actually ordered. They're not. I tried to show you the standings from there, stage by stage. Didn't help. There you go, riders at the end of their contract. Here comes the notices. All that action just about to hit us, and hit us hard. So excited for that point. Actually, not so excited this season. I know I'm getting a $12,000 budget increase at the least, depending on what happens with the other contract offers. But, come on now. I'm looking at guys that have got better, that are going to want more money, and I think they're going to eat up all of that $12,000 just to retain the riders that I have. The budget increase is just not sufficient, and that's why I think we ultimately need to move to another sponsor who's going to have a wider range, so that it doesn't just go up by $12,000. Otherwise, it could be quite a few years before we see the Light of the World Tour with these minimal increases. And plus, we're already approaching the budget capacity for this team. I mean, if we stayed with the Nike sponsorship, we'll be to 78,000 this year. A year from now, because we'll still be Pro Continental for sure, would be 90,000, and the capacity is 90 to 100,000 already. Okay, we've missed a stage here in the look, but that next stage is Groenewegen, Sagan, and DeMar with the same top three still in place. Does not say final overall standings. That was to Bordeaux, so they are not yet to Paris. Another stage in the books, but we don't get to see it again. I was kind of hoping that as we went through this, it would just give me the Tour de France stages one by one, so I could share with you the excitement on where we're at on that, but it's not working out conveniently that way, not as I had hoped. As yet another stage gets lost in the fold. We're just 2 days away now from the contract signing day, as well as our next race. On to the 30th. Okay, there are tour results again, but again, for the third time in 4 days, we don't see the results directly, unfortunately. One day to go. 1 day to go. Here it is. New day. It's a new day. Maybe. Maybe. When it loads, it'll be a new day. It's a big day. That's why it's apparently taking longer to load. Delayed action. Come on. What do we have? There we go. On to the new day. Yes, there are definitely matters. I love how it skips straight to last day. Last day. Sponsor offers. Okay, well, let's be patient here. Riders at the end of their contract. I've got 3, 6, 7 riders with contracts expiring. Seaspole, Ian Garrison, Fabrice Gouillard, George Simpson, Sjord Van Ginneken, Vincent Van Hemelen, and Wim Veldman. It's quite the group. I could maybe let 1 or 2 guys go, but for the most part, I really would like to get those riders all back onto the team and then continue to have them grow with the team. Alright, here's the stage we missed. Mark Hershey, Damien Howson, Guillaume Bonifond. That is a breakaway group, definitely winning that one. We saw that one, Groenewegen, Sagan, DeMar. The next day, Geraint Thomas. That should just about secure the win. Richie Porte second, Lampard third. Same top three, though. There you go. Final overall standings. There it is. Oliver Naesen takes the final stage over Pierre Rolland and Fernando Gaviria. 2-man breakaway. Last moments. Probably. But it's Thomas, Froome, Lopez. Final standings. Let's go in to see more than just the top 3, but I will not spend time, not lengthy time there anyway. Let's go Tour de France. There it is. General. Final standings by 1.5 minutes. Lopez 310 down. Pinot 344 down. Port 658 behind. Kruijswijk, Quintana, and Galopin top 8. Moss and Micah round out the top 10. Sprints jersey, it's Groenewegen, Sagan only 4th. Mountain climbers, Magnus Cort Nielsen. And the under 25s, it's Enric Mas, well clear of Mark Hershey, and then Brandon McNulty, the American from Team BMC. That's actually one rider that if I had plenty of money anyway, I would look into. The layout for the upcoming 2019 career mode, where I'm going to have a continental team with best young riders. McNulty is one that I'll take a glance at. He might be too strong already, but we'll see how his ratings are for the 2019 game as a potential rider to put onto the team. All right, well, there you have it. The team, it's Movistar on top over Quickstep and Sky, but it's Geraint Thomas of Quickstep who takes the win. Second of his career for counting real life. Of course, in this game that had not happened yet. Okay, back to it. Sponsor offers. Nabob and Corsica Ferries. That doesn't look like much, but we'll see. So we can extend with Nike at 78,000 with a limit of 90 to 100,000. Or we can move on, and we have no idea what the important territories are for these. Otherwise, they are not American, so we know that we would be moving on to different riders. Canadian sponsor, Nabob. Kind of like the colors there, 79,000. They want to offer slightly more, and there's definitely an increase on the monthly by a good margin. It's only 1,000 more than what we get with Nike right now, but a much higher top end, and I would certainly hope that it would be more than 12,000, but they're going to want some Canadian riders, and I have none right now. Corsica Ferries, a French one. It bothers me that they're yellow because, you know, the yellow jersey, come on. And it's actually a decrease. Their top end, the minimum on that is a little bit higher, but I would almost certainly see increases. Now, the only thing that they have going for them, the only reason I would take them over Nabob is that we have Gouillard. We have one French rider on the team already, and you know that they're going to want a French rider. And I wouldn't be surprised a French team would have a connection to Belgium or Netherlands, and maybe we luck out with the guys we have right there. Going to a Canadian team, what's their connection going to be? American? Could be. British? Could be. I don't have any British riders. So taking a risk if I take Nabob. The American connection could certainly help me if that's the case, and they certainly have the top end. And I would certainly hope that it's more than 6,000. Okay, here we go. Big risk, big risk. We're going to do it. We're going to sign with Nabob. I'm going to need to try to sign a Canadian rider or two. I've done it. I've signed. Big moment. Big moment. And then that big test is what's the increase level. Because Nike's been consistent at that 6,000. Very consistent. is other sponsors going to be different than 6,000 up or down? It's got to be. It's got to be. I mean, you look at World Tour, if you had 6,000 up or down as increments for like Team Sky or now Ineos in real life, if that was all the increase or decrease was yearly, you could be absolutely horrendous and still have insane wages. So it can't be. That had to just be this sponsor. Alright, well, we continue on to the race, and then we will find out, maybe, shortly, what they need. I've got to assume that I'm going to need to add a couple Canadian riders. Otherwise, I'm going to have a very upset sponsor in terms of what team I'm working with for next season. With a new sponsorship deal signed and the team probably just hearing about it, they prepare to show off to the new sponsor what they're capable of. And with 14 kilometers left, we're going to go ahead and set up our sprint train and start attacking hard. It's pretty much an all-sprint group with Garrison as that first lead-out guy. Marini would be our normal go-to, and sometimes Gouillard. And Gouillard's actually looking pretty good right now. But look at what we have here. Bax has now leveled up as well, and Bax has now surpassed Marini as our top normal sprinter. Now he's got better acceleration at 77, but his top speed is 77. Gouillard with the +2 on the race day condition. Same stamina, same resistance. Just about. It's hard to tell which one to go for. We've got an 81 sprint, which technically is better, but he's always out of energy so fast. But we're going to give him a chance. And that is quite the lead out to now have Marini, third guy up the road. Van Ginneken, the normal other go-to one, looking a little weak right now. He's on a -2 race day condition and not looking strong enough to be that guy. So we'll get Veldeman in there instead at this stage. And then Garrison and Van Ginneken, who normally would be part of this and often gets a chance to sprint himself. Well, today is not his day, so we'll go 96 on Van Ginneken, push to the front, and other teams getting the same idea. And Van Ginneken's actually falling further back at the moment, not getting further up. Breakaway group was just 5 riders today. They never got that far away, so it was a pretty easy ride, which allowed us to get over the climbs, and really only in the last handful of kilometers did things really pick up to too high of a level. Where's Marini?
Just 10 kilometers left.
No, take it out here, guys. Oh, Van Ginneken's done. Come on.
The sprinters are positioning themselves up front. It'll probably be a mass sprint finish.
Seven and a half K.
And off he goes. He's giving it one last go.
There we go, Veldman. On it, 5.5 K. Getting us out front.
We're into the last 5 kilometers.
We're up against the World Tour riders today. So it's pretty hard to get into the position we need to get into. 2.5 K.
It's survival of the fittest.
Oh, come on. Every time I click the button right as somebody gets dropped and it changes. 1.5 K, Bax on the lead out here. He's going to sprint and pull Gouillard along. Now Gouillard out top. Could it be a top 3? I think we might have a top 3. Gouillard, can he hang on? Can he hang on? Oh, 4th. Ah, he's just never quite there. And he still had the energy left. It's not like he was out of energy.
Numerous in this difficult race.
Supposed to be that strong of a sprinter, but not quite. Hoffland overtakes him. But 4th place at a World Tour race. We beat Dan McClegg. We beat Backart. Potzelberger. Bax takes 14th. Veldeman 16th. Marini 23rd. Garrison 28th. We'll have some good points from this. We got 2 guys finishing up in the upper echelon of points, especially Gouillard with the top 5. That's a really good result. Not the win. Not the podium that we were hoping for. The 3rd right there at the finish. I would have been happy with the top 10 before this race started. But right there at the finish line, looked like we should have had 3rd. Just miss it. But we were the first team to get our 3rd rider across the line. Would have been nice if that was worth some sort of points. But we've done it now. We've hit August 1st. Signing period's going to begin. We're going to have a 13,000 budget increase for next season. But is that enough? Probably not. And we're going to need a contingency of Canadian riders. We're going to have to go look for a couple. So somebody's going to have to get let go. And then we get down to the 3.5-star range, just like that. Drops off pretty quick. 3-star range at the moment. We are still up there. So even with the guys that I have signed up already, we are 22nd best right now. Top 18 our World Tour. Right now, Osorio, our highest paid rider, a 74 overall. He's still signed up for next year. But Veldeman, Van Hemelen are not. They're both 73s, so they're going to be costly to rehire. Gouillard, Bull, Van Ginniken, all likely to want a little bit more than what they're making now. But I could potentially re-sign them cheap. And then we've got Garrison and Simpson. Low-budget guys should be able to sign as low-budget guys. And then the tricky part is I have no idea what's going to be going on sponsor-wise. Ooh, nice. That went down as a big success. Double plus, that top 5. Alright, so we're looking... Gouillard is now the most popular rider. Belgium, Netherlands, America. That's the same still. So... at this point, I couldn't tell you what it's going to be. I was hoping I'd find something. Alright, well, let's... Veldeman I definitely want back. Gouillard I want back more than anyone else. As he's the one with the crazy potential, so I suppose I will start with him. Now, actually, are we even showing, before I get into that? Well, I suppose it could take more than one day. I need to fire all my trainers. Trying to think how much of my staff is included. We'll see. Here we go. Here's our review of budget. Staff, $4,000 a month that I need to deal with. But we still have $42,000 remaining, so that's actually looking pretty good on that part. Okay, long contract. Sure, let's do that. Absolute sprinter, definitely. We get 3 chances. We'll start with the minimal money and see how we're looking. Way off the pace. So, jumping to 4,000. Okay, hey, we got a deal. We got a deal. I have no idea actually if I jumped that too much or not. But 4,000. 4,000 it is. He's only making 3,000 right now, so it's only an increase of 1,000. So there's 12,000 left in the budget from where we were. He was the one that I really needed to get back. Now, these other guys, good support riders, can do a bit. Bull might be making a little too much. If Van Ginniken re-signs for 2,500, that would be brilliant. Veldeman, though, definitely one of our best riders. We'll check on him now. Wondering, is it just my scouts that I need to fire? Let me look at that. He definitely wants an increase. We'll get back to that in a second. What is... Need to look at these guys and their potential again. 3 to 6. Which is good, not great. He's not going to improve a ton. But he's good in a few areas, like cobbles, that I do want. It is an attractive team for him. You can sign him up for 3 years. You're not a sprinter. You can go with leader, not absolute leader, but leader. He's got patience. See if we can sign him up for a bit less. 54. Way off the pace. 64, what he was asking. Oh, that is so close. That's got to be the limit. That was enough. Okay. So 79. So there goes another 3,700. So 4,000 going to Veldeman. So that's 5,000 of 13,000 in the increase. We've got 8,000 left to play with. I knew he was going to want more. He was not a 73 when he signed that contract. He was a 71 or 72 originally. Van Hemlen was like a 70 when he signed on. So he could want a pretty big pay increase too. And if he does, he's actually one that I'll end up letting go. Even though he's got a lot of potential. Actually, his potential isn't that great. I mean, it's good. It's good, but it isn't that great. But you look at what he is. He's good on cobbles. He's got stamina and resistance. That's it. So unless he wants a cheap contract, he's out. So Van Hemlen's out. Sadly, we're not saving a lot of money for that. But we're back down 2,500 from where we were. So we're coming along. Coming along. We've already got the 2 main guys re-signed. High potential. Ooh. Could we sign you for less? Oh, that would be awesome. Luxury teammate? I would sign you for a 3 deal in a heartbeat for 2,500. Oh, yeah. He took it. Thank you. Thank you. That's less than what he was being paid. We just got some money back. That just gave us the chance that we might be able to go sign somebody else still at this point. I've lost your potential here, Van Ginniken. But he's had a good season. So again, if he's willing to sign for a little, we'll gladly take him. Nicely done. Okay. So how are we looking now? We've got a remaining budget of $40,000. A lot of the staff not being calculated right now. But I have a feeling that we're going to need a few American writers. And if we let Garrison go, we're down to 2. If we keep Simpson, that does put us at 3, which would be the connecting nation to Canada. So I think I'm going to let Garrison go, but keep Simpson. And I might even do a 2-year deal on that. You're not a sprinter, you're a teammate. Got it, okay. Alright, well now we're looking up. There's 2 guys we're letting go in Van Hemlen and Garrison. I have no idea if the Belgian connection's going to need something from it. Van Hemlen's got a lot of potential and he's going to get better and better, but what's he good for? And he wants like 10,000. I'm going to save that 10,000, put it elsewhere. Now I need to find some Canadian writers, and we need to go look to sign others. So looking into the youth development, the writers with the most potential. And I have no idea actually who's got expiring contracts or not either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check all these best guys, like this guy who's already signed with Bahrain Merida, but if his contract is expiring, next season, he's got really good potential. He's already a good time trialist, and he wants a lot of money. Which I actually do have some. It's an attractive team for him. I'm going to put him on my short list. So he's already on the list. So maybe that's what I just need to do right now, is put these guys on short list, all these better ones, and then see who's got the expiring contracts. I need a time trialist for next year, so we'll look into those guys. Sprinter from Spain, no thank you. You're already on my short list. Should be. No. Okay, that's a little bit better. Though again, I'm not really looking for a sprinter. Puncher could be useful. Climber would be fantastic. Logan Owen would be a good pickup. He's already on our list. Alright. Now, let me double check something else. I'm going to look only at the flag under their names and see if I can find any Canadian writers regardless of quality. By the way, here is the list of the best free agents right now, or expiring contracts: Terpstra, Bardet, Nibali, Froome, Youngles, Van Avermaet, and Peterson. Now in 80, wow. Roglic, Dan Martin, lots of 79s, Kwiatkowski. I'm not going to get any of those. What I need right now is I need to find some Canadian riders. Otherwise, I'm going to have a very, very upset sponsor. Michael Woods. Yeah, we can't afford Michael Woods. We're looking already at a 72 as the best available. Ouch. Puncher, okay, time trialist. We've got a sprinter, which, yeah, that fits our team, but there's a puncher. That could be a decent addition. Time trialist would be good. There's one, Cohen Alexander, time trial. He's a 69 right now. He's not a great time trialist, but it's one thing that I'm definitely lacking, so let's start with this guy. He should sign cheap. And it looks like he is willing. No, he is not a leader. But he's an important rider. Actually, we'll just go luxury teammate. And we'll sign 3 years. Oh, so close to signing. So close. He wants a little bit more salary-wise. I don't know why. Can I give you an improved role? No. Wonder if I cut it down to 2 years, would he sign? No, I can't. He's already agreed to it. There we go. 3,000 signed on. I wish he would have signed on for 2,500, but 3,000 still. That's not bad. And at just 23, he will definitely improve some. How much, I don't know. Okay, DeVos was somebody I was looking at. Yeah, the puncher. Second Canadian rider. Okay, let's try to sign him on for a while. We'll get 3 years. You are not an absolute leader. But as a climber, it makes you somewhat of a leader. Let's try important rider. Except for Spotlight the role. Important rider, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. He's got some patience. There we go. He signed. There's 2 Canadian riders. Now, Michael Woods. I'm just curious. I'm curious. 37,000. That's... and it holds no interest for him. Sprinter, puncher. Apple team paid him a bit. At 29, he's probably not really going to improve. I'm not even sure that this is a player, a writer that I need to sign. He's 23. It's just, I don't really want another sprinter. Definitely don't want that guy. Okay, this is a puncher who's just 20 years old. Maybe I go for him. He could be a domestique. Two years is fine. You are not an absolute leader. You are just a teammate. There we go. Okay, that's 3 Canadian riders. I should probably have 4, but I don't have anything else to choose from. So that's progress. I'm going to go forward one day. And then... Oh, these guys are ready to sign. Let me sign. Confirm now. We'll see where we're at. So I have 3 new writers and I have 2 on the way out. And I think we still have a little bit of money left. That's everybody signed for now. We have 19,000. No, not enough. Not enough. So no Brandon McNulty. But who's next? Now, Cassart's a really good time trialist. And pretty good on cobbles. Kind of. No, not really. Just a little bit punchy. Not this guy. He could do a few things. I mean, he's a good time trialist. And he's decent climbing. So he could definitely compete for some stage races at the Pro Continental level. Barta, advantage being American, and that could be a sponsor plus. Good on hills, okay time trialist. I assigned a scout. I don't have the potential yet on him. Let me see what I have on these others. I know that this guy is got very high potential. So that is one thing that's definitely going for him. But he's already making a lot of money on the contract he's on. There's really good potential here. Let's try this guy. That looks to be in our wheelhouse. That looks to be in our wheelhouse. Absolute leader, definitely. We'll try the money that's set here. Oh, I think we're going to get him. I think we are going to get him. One more. I know we're past. This moves us up the index a bit, too. Got him. 16-4. Now, I've got to take care of that staff. Fire them. Where's that 4,000? It's not the trainers. Is it the doctor? That's 4,000. Oh, shoot. Really? Race is over. Go tomorrow. No. I have to cancel. Worried about that. Oh, I have another race. I'm not sending my doctor to it, though. Alright, well, we've got some work to do. We're going to come back to this in a moment. I'm way over time. I'm going to edit some of this down. We'll see if we can sign this guy at the beginning of the next episode. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.